Keenan Allen signs with the Colts. Nez has been packing his bags, and now it's time to find out, Nez, what should his actual ADP be? Right now, 208.5. We know that's going to change. Reveal to us after that swig of truth serum where you actually value Keenan Allen.
I have him at the 12-13 turn right now. 145. Yeah. I'm curious to see what you guys have, because I thought about it for a good bit, looked at the rankings, thought about who he could jump, who he has resistance to, and I landed on 145. And anytime that he's available at 150 plus in my slow drafts right now, I click the button still. So curious to see what you guys think.
I have to remember what I put. I might have Keenan Allen bull mogged Nez here. Let me see, 135 here.
Let's go.
What I was doing when we were doing this exercise is I was looking at the actual, kind of the players going around there. And I was like, Shakir, Shaheed, and then you go to Denzel, Boston for wide receivers. And I'm like, that feels about right. Like, 145, that's right ahead of Jalen Naylor, which I agree with. And then I guess it comes down to, Denzel, Boston. Do you flip Boston there with Keaton?
That to me was the big resistance point. It's like, what do? Do you take the rookie on a bad team that's exciting, or do you take the veteran on a good team that is boring? And I think that's the dichotomy there. That's where people will end up diverging.
All right, John.
John's
going to be
Nez about to get double mogged, man. He's getting double mogged, bro.
132. Okay.
Wow.
Fake ass Keenan Allen bull over here. My resistance point was Debo and Jalen Coker was kind of I like those two in and around there. Shakir, sell me this pen on Shakir. But yeah, I thought the reason we were taking him the whole time was because we thought he was going to end up at 130. So, yeah, I don't know. It was kind of fun to wake up to all those drafts on the 10-hour clock and just have the solver tell me Keenan Allen, and we were just been saying, motherfucker, we got this. Don't worry.
Been saying, man.
Been saying.
And the funny thing is for this, right? I'm pretty sure. I mean, we didn't actually clarify, but we're talking classic best ball ADP eliminator. He's a much better pick in eliminator too. No Alec Pierce probably to start the year. Get Keenan with those fresh legs. I mean, I think you could make the case that he's right up there, around Diggs or so for eliminator stuff. As far as especially if those super running back heavy starts, and you're I just need those 10, 11 points a game. I mean, Keenan's going to get that for you.
He's a reverse Alvin Kamara, just different position, same thesis. Give me 8 points.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. If you got those eliminator slows going, I definitely I'd get greedy. I would just go and get it, because you don't know if he's going to be there the next time around. Starting basically what you said, Pete, around that 11th round. 11, 12 turn. That's when I would start to feel the heat on that. And yeah, you're going to be the only person with expensive Keenan Allen, but it is going to help you get out of your pod. And these are all 1v1s anyways in a limb, so the CLV is basically, meaningless.
All right, let's bounce up to the... Oh, go ahead, John.
I was just going to ask, did anyone look this morning on the drag and drop overlords where they moved Keenan Allen to this morning?
Yeah. So
I tried not to look before doing this. I tried not to look before doing the assignment.
I didn't either.
Yeah, so they have him... notably, he's behind Boston. Tyson is giga nuked. Shaheed, and then Keenan Allen is next in order of wide receiver. There's a pretty big gap between Shaheed and Keenan Allen, but Keenan Allen's behind guys like Hunter Henry, Brenton Strange, and Daniel Jones for ETR.
Sims are in my head, baby. That Danny Dimes plus Keenan Allen mini stack at 14-15 or 13-14 is going to become super popular now too.
Yeah, definitely.
We should as we bounce around, let's do the Jordan Tyson one, just because that's also, fresh in everyone's minds. I think the timetable right now is 2 months. Obviously, then you got, the ramp up, you got a rookie getting integrated into the offense. Current ADP 71.6. We know this is going to plummet. The question is how much. We know underdog drafters are stubborn. We kind of saw it with Kai Lemon through his injury stuff, didn't actually budge that much. I'm curious here, maybe John, you want to set us up before your reveal for Jordan Tyson's ADP?
Yeah, so the resistance for like falling is always greater than rising, right? Like people will just blindly click Keenan Allen or Marshawn Lloyd or these guys that move like 50 spots and be like, I want to be first to the punch kind of thing. But like the fallers, as you alluded to, like, man, if his ADP hovers in 71, it's going to take a month to get to 95. Like, people are just going to be in there clicking it. But I don't know, maybe the information is whatever. We talked about this one the other day, though, that Nez and I were talking almost pre-injury or like pre-practice injury. We were just talking about his injury history and like how he had the big looming PCL and then back to back hamstrings over the last like 5 years. I can't remember the actual number I put him at, but I nuked him in the.
Oh my God, that's a nuke. That's a nuke. 175. That might be like too far, John. That's too far.
Deadass redshirt rookie year is on the table here. Like Christian Watson hamstring.
What about Odell Beckham year where he comes back week 6 and then scorches the earth?
That's the bull case. I would love that.
Yeah. I mean, he's never going to sniff this, but this is our true serum take. So that means, John, you're just full fade Tyson here on out because you're never going to get him close to this price.
I just took him out this morning.
Oh my goodness. Goodness. Nez, what did you do with this guy here?
We might be, we're definitely more aligned than John here. So I still see him sort of having that, like you said, Pete, this Odell Beckham timeline, just to kind of use a cheap comparison of a guy that, started out on the IR and kind of moves very similarly to Odell in terms of just like flashes off the screen athleticism that just like really has no choice but to translate if he's going to be playing football. And then you have Underhill saying that like you can't overstate how good of a camp Tyson was having. Like they were stoked about this guy. So I think I have an ADP that like I don't think I could pass on if he fell.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nez has the 111 here, so a 39 pick drop. I think that's a nice range, and I could see him getting there. That's right at Wan'Dale Robinson. People are going to take Golden in Worthy. You could see them ahead of him, but then you enter the boring slot receiver tier with Wan'Dale Robinson, Jakobi Meyers. I'm a little in between you guys, but definitely closer to Nez. I also don't think he's going to get to my number. The one I was looking at was like Casey Concepcion versus Tyson. Mm-hmm. And it's like, obviously we like the Saints ecosystem a little bit better, but I think I would be staring at that one and being like, do I really want to take Tyson over Casey Concepcion? Or could I just get a pretty talented rookie as well, who's going to get off to a fast start, who's healthy, who's having a good camp? That was kind of the resistance for me with Tyson.
Yeah. Did you have a lot before the injury? Either of you guys?
Yeah. And I was like taking him over Tate at times and stuff, which definitely stings. Like he was the guy in the early 6th that I was clicking, yes, over Parker Washington. I wish I had that one back now as well.
We might have the last laugh. We'll see. But yeah, go ahead, John.
I had 0 until him and Parker Washington were starting to get Steam jobs, and I started to capitulate a bit. But I had literally 0 because I was taking like Waddle and Marv, and I guess Waddle never was back that far. I'm trying to think now. I'll have to look at it in a sec. But I had none until I started taking swings in the scrolls and the Badge Bros Brawl, basically.
Yeah, he was a great pick in the Badge Bros Brawl.
Let's stay with the Colts here. Oh, breaking news, Nez.
I know.
Najee Harris to the Giants.
Dude.
Wow.
I mean, everything works out for me so easily. It's just, it's incredible.
Dude, Tyrone Tracy blows one pass protection. They're like, Najee, get your ass over here, dude.
He was such a good sign for them. Like, such a good sign. You really now have like a full trio of different skill sets in that backfield. Najee can do a little bit of everything, I mean, I think people might be rolling their eyes when they hear me say Najee can do a little bit of everything, but like,
oh, they are.
But he can, but he can catch passes. He can pass block. He can get the hit the success rate number on his runs. So I think it's great Scattaboo insurance. I think they're clearly concerned about Scattaboo's play. They're, there's obviously concern about that running back room where you don't sign Najee Harris. The one thing that I will say though is like Harbaugh kind of talked about him pretty negatively. Najee, like after they tried him out, they're like, he's not 100%. He's not in football shape. So, we'll see. So he's not like, doesn't seem like he's totally thrilled with the way he looks right now. Is he draftable for you guys in the 18th?
I mean, why not? Because there's nothing else there. But like, what's the ceiling? Then he falls in the end zone like 4 times. Do you get pass blocking points on this site, or? I
think the ceiling is like contingent, but the standalone value I think is definitely I think higher than people think, because what I'm reading from this, and this is coming from the pro Najee side, is that they don't want to use Scattaboo as much as they were about to. Right. So where does he lose work is the question.
My thought would be, one of the things we do at the end of those drafts, right, is like we want to get the clear running back 2s, not murky RB2, RB3s there. So like with guys like Emmett Johnson and Mike Washington and some of these guys emerging as clear handcuffs, I prefer them. But if you want to group him into that like Kamani Vidal, Damon Claiborne, like intriguing RB3 types, I get it. I think my take is I'd probably hold steady on Scatabo. Like if he drops a few spots to like late 4th, sure. But to me, this is more like a nuke on Tracy, because we were paying a huge premium on Tracy for basically being like, oh, there's injury outs here. Like if Scatabo, we're getting like some standalone plus juice. You were already paying a lot for what was actually probably a true handcuff. And now with this signing, like Tracy has to get nuked, right? I mean, his ADP is 136. What's the true Serum Tracy ADP now?
Like, would you rather have Lloyd straight up? So like 165.
No, we're
not
talking,
even a blink.
We're talking Brian Robinson, man. Like I'm taking Brian Robinson over him.
I mean, he's like Sean Tucker now, right? Like
yes,
190. Ray Davis, you take over him. Brian Robinson, Mike Washington, Samson, Blue. I want all those guys over him.
A Scattaboo injury does like almost nothing for.
I don't even think I have a single Tracy share in any draft this season.
Yeah,
I'm nuking him to the Shadow Realm again. And hey, let's just say to the chat real quick, like this is the reason the shock value on 175 is like, I'm not saying what his ADP should be or where he goes. It's the Truth Serum. The people still don't know. They don't understand the assignment of the Truth Serum every year, Pete.
Yes. No, it wouldn't be fun if we were just all giving out efficient ADPs, which mine definitely skewed toward. Let's do the Marshawn Lloyd one though, because this is a really fun one. Really good kind of usage just out of preseason, had 100% of the snaps with the starters. Josh Jacobs is expected to return soon, but you have multiple outs, whether it's the groin injury for Jacobs, whether it's the off the field stuff ever materializes. But at the very least, we now know Marshawn Lloyd, clear RB2, clean handcuff bet, current ADP 160.5. What did you do here, Nez?
160 for sorry, or are they on the screen right now?
Why did that not scroll for me? Sorry. Here we go. My bad. There we go.
Okay, we are on
Marshawn Lloyd.
Lloyd, yeah, I think I'm definitely bullish on Lloyd, and I have him in like this range of like fellow RB2s that have like their own role. So I put him at 144. That's like where I've been taking him. If I have room for a running back at that pick, I'm usually done at running back when I'm taking Lloyd. Where I'm drafting at this range, but I've been leaving space open in my lineups more often these days when I draft for like the Marshawn Lloyd pick, because I want to make that pick a lot more. I think it's risky, of course, with the hamstring injuries, but we have never seen Marshawn Lloyd and Jacobs play together. And before, back in the day, they were talking about Lloyd and Jacobs kind of being a fire and ice, thunder and lightning. So I think Lloyd is going to have a pretty strong standalone role, and he's going to pop. I think you're going to see a little bit like Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams from the Packers, where when Aaron Jones first burst on the scene, it was like, oh my God, this guy's way more juice. It was obvious right out of the gate. So I could see something like this taking place. So yeah, I'm pretty bullish on Lloyd.
All right, John, you went with another spicy one. You say you should be going lower Explain yourself. You're going to lose the chat again on this one.
Oh, buddy, this is what I'm here for. I'm the heel turn of the show. This is what we need. Sucked in college, was never good in college, has been hurt his whole life. And Josh Jacobs is back at practice today. Josh Jacobs is a do everything, every down plotter, whether you like it or not. They're going to throw a lot this year. They're going to play a lot of 11. There's not going to be 2 running backs on the field. He's full change of pace and contingent. He's what we thought Tyrone Tracy was before Najee signed there. And I still think someone from that Arizona backfield is going to find their way there, or Detroit.
Wow. And I think I'm what Nez?
Sorry. Do you think 7 yards per attempt is bad in college? Just like gut take under your head.
Yeah, but that wasn't his. Okay, that's not like how you quantify him that year. Like, he wasn't their lead rusher on that team. He was like a glorified change of pace who plays when it's like 3rd and 35 and he gets an inside draw for 11 yards. Like, he was bad, man. I didn't like him. Anyway.
So this is what I would push back on too. Like, we kind of know, does the running back talent even matter? You know, at this point, like, if he gets 18 touches, if Jacobs goes down. And so then the question for you, John, if Jacobs did go down or was suspended or whatever, it sounds like you're more of Lloyd gets 12 touches and Chris Brooks gets 8 touches and they sign a free agent. Like, you don't see the upside contingent value.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just a smidge ahead of Nez here. I did 136.5. I actually looked at the Tyrone Tracy ADP, which was 136.6, and I said, let me put him a tick ahead of Marshawn Lloyd here as basically the premium handcuff. This was obviously before we saw that Jacobs is back to practice. That was kind of an additional out you had to him getting here. But yeah, I think it's a really strong bet. I'm not really a Chris Brooks believer. And I think just everything that the Packers have signaled to us, you know, their actions speak louder than words. They didn't add anyone in the draft. They didn't add anyone in free agency. They've been very careful and intentional with Marshawn Lloyd's rehab and getting him back to full health this offseason. So I feel pretty confident that the team, in the same way the teams told us, like, we're all in on Matthew Golden. Like, he might suck, but we're going to make this a thing. It seems like they're going to make Marshawn Lloyd a thing as their RB2.
Yeah, I'm with you, Pete. Like, we can have our opinions, but they clearly are telling us that they like Marshawn Lloyd because they've given him, this is now like the 3rd strike, you know, and they continue to show uber confidence in him based on what they did with the running back room with an aging Josh Jacobs. You know, like, Josh Jacobs ain't getting any younger, and he has this suspension risk, or, you know, this incident, whatever you want to call it, and they still didn't do anything. So I think that says a lot.
All right, let's go up. Let's do one at the tippity top here. Obviously harder to get kind of big swings once we're into the second round, but Malik Nabers, obviously a fun one. He is now firmly in the second round, or not firmly, has squeezed in there. John, you suggested including Nabers here. Let's get your reveal on Malik Nabers.
He might just be Ja'Marr Chase.
Here we go. Now you're back to not being a hater. You're the bull. 8.0. So does that put him ahead of Jefferson and Lamb and just after Amon-Ra, right?
I think that's like the tier that we could be talking about him next year. I think a lot of it's just hinging on whether Nagy can have a decent offense or he can still get the target share and earn the target share. If you think that's sticky from the Dayball stuff, or if that was just designed like, hey, just pepper the shit out of this guy. But yeah, I think if Jackson Dart is anywhere half as competent as he was last year, I think Nabers has the ability. I think he's the closest thing we have in this league to Ja'Marr Chase. Nabers, let's go, Burke.
Let's see what I did. I'm sure I was a little more measured here. I went 14.9. So that is just after Jefferson. It's before AJ Brown. And then I was looking specifically at the running backs where I was like, yeah, I'll still take Barkley, Ken Walker, Brown, but let's go ahead and put him over Omari and Hampton here in the early second round.
Yep, we are aligned, Pete. I think I said like 16. So that was the same exact thought process, thinking about that running back tier, and essentially just right after that running back tier is done. Take Nabers.
And then, John, again, this is a thought exercise, but have you, like, what target exposure do you have? Because I think Nabers will inch up over the next 2 to 3 weeks, but I don't think I think maybe Nez's number is a good line. Could he get to 16.5, do you guys think? And if so, John, how much do you plan to be exposed in round 2 to him?
So I think it's contest specific. So if you're doing BBM right now, I think it's probably a bad exercise to take him at the 1-2 turn, just from like a combo standpoint, based on like what was going earlier. I think you'd actually be better at pulling up Pickens or something like that. But that's like agnostic of my stance on the player. I have 24.8% right now, but I don't know where it's been taken, kind of thing. I think living between 22 and Brock Bowers is probably correct. Omar and Hampton in there if you do like the Jonathan Taylor in the first round and then just take Nabers in the second round. That's kind of where I would draw the line combo wise in BBM.
Let me also just reset this exercise for the chat here. Someone says, no way John is clicking Nabers over CD Jettas. My guess is John isn't either. This exercise, right. It's similar to how many players are there in the pool where, like, I think George Kittle is an omega value. We'll get to him in a second. I'm still trying to get the best price on George Kittle in every draft. This is John saying if he was the ADP Lord and he set the ADPs for the big board drafters when it started, this is where he would put it at to be an efficient thing. But John's going to play the game to try to win the contest. Like he said, if it's a time box contest, he might be a little more aggressive. If it's BBM, he's going to be cognizant of mid to late third round Nabers. So this exercise isn't where we will take them in drafts. It's where we would take them if forced to in a 1 day only contest, essentially kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's do... Who would be a fun one to do here? Should we do Omar Cooper, who's just sliding like a rock these days?
Yeah, definitely. That's a good one.
All right. Omar Cooper here. Nez, you want to set us up with what you did with this guy?
Yeah, so I didn't go as far as this comp, but I said that he's like Jeremy Bernard, except he's behind a player that isn't Isaiah Williams, although, no disrespect to the 2025 team MVP of the New York Jets, Isaiah Williams. But I got 180 on Omar Cooper. That's where I would take him on underdog. To be honest, this does have a smidge of bias of like my current bags that I am like desperately trying to, unload and come off of. But honestly though, like I think he's like a 180 player right now. I mean, it's no guarantee he like emerges as a wide receiver 2, right? Because like that was really what we were hoping for at first with the first round pick, but AD Mitchell completely dusted him, and now Isaiah Williams is like, there's multiple reports from different people talking about Isaiah Williams as wide receiver 3. Now it probably won't hold, right? Omar Cooper's first round pick, but like this isn't good. Like there's just no way to spin this. Like if he was good, we wouldn't have to worry about this. So yeah, I think the FUD is warranted.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty close to you, 172.8. I was looking at some of these guys, like you're obviously taking. I mean, I was looking at AD Mitchell, and it's been very clear that AD Mitchell is ahead of him. He's going to play in 2 wide receiver sets. AD Mitchell looked awesome at the end of last year. The change of scenery really seemed to do him well. He's going to get an upgrade in quarterback play. It is really hard to take him over a Jakobi Lane or AD Mitchell right now. I still was looking at like Malik Washington. I put him in that like Pat Bryant, like speculative wide receiver 3 who could break out, kind of thing. That was kind of where I settled. What about you, John?
Same with you guys. Nuked it for shock value. I have 1 share. I have 1 share this year. So, I mean, this is probably the lowest first round wide receiver has ever been drafted in BBM. Don't quote me on it, but it feels probably.
Yeah, like without an injury. Yeah.
Yeah, without an injury. Like, I don't know. But a lot of people also had mixed grades on him coming in, like whether he was actually a first round talent as well. And then you just have a team that might score 25 passing touchdowns this year if we're likely, and play like 30 offensive snaps a game. And he's out there for 60% of them. And they have like a target tree that's going to be like crazy condensed towards Brees and Garrett Wilson. I don't know. Geno looked bad last year. No, thank you.
Yep. Let's do the flip side of it. Denzel Boston, who is up a good bit. I mean, just inching up, had a really good camp. I think Brown's stench always is going to keep him from being like a total rocket ship. I'll lead here 140.5. I actually went lower and said that this rise feels a little fugazi to me in that I don't know if anything has really changed. And how I was really thinking about Denzel Boston, I know he has better draft capital than Jakobi Lane, but it's kind of like the Jakobi Lane bet on a worse offense. And like the Jakobi Lane stuff is really fun because if he's the wide receiver 2 there and Andrews is cooked and the Ravens are throwing a lot, like he could have a double-digit touchdown season in a really good offense. Like Denzel Boston stuff, it's like, man, KC's going to be good. Fannon's going to be good. The quarterback play is sketchy. So this was one where I'm like, I get the enthusiasm for Boston, but I think his ADP should more or less be holding pat.
Fully aligned on everything you just said. Watched him a good bit at UW as well. Like prototypical big body X. He could be a really good talent. We haven't fully seen it yet. I mean, I'm not going to hold it against him that he can play his way onto the field with like guys like Rome and Polk and McMillions in front of him there. But yeah, same thing, man. Like, what is this, a 4.5 win team with a bad quarterback situation? He's fancy Cedric Tillman with a different name.
Nez, what did you do with our guy Denzel Boston?
I think I went boring and I put him exactly where he is right now.
Yeah,
I think this is like totally fine. I think it's a totally fine ADP. If you want him, you can get him a little bit early. If you want to fade him, you can fade him a little bit. I think this is like water has totally found its level here. And it's the Brown stench on him as well. And, KC showed out a little bit in the preseason. So now people see that. But I'm very hopeful that Denzel Boston breaks out. I'm a pretty big fan of his style of play and how that can translate to the NFL level for a quarterback. So, I have a good bit of Denzel Boston. I'm going to keep taking him at this price.
Yeah, and to be fair, like I'm fine taking the upside swing in that spot for sure, like because whatever. But it's like he's the exact same profile as Tillman with the exact same draft capital. He's just the fun rookie name to click on.
Well, let's do Jakobi Lane because that was kind of where I was kind of benchmarking Denzel Boston. Jakobi Lane's current ADP, 171.9, definitely one of the biggest risers over the past week. I would say outside of Parker Washington, probably the most preseason buzz of any player in the pool. I kind of flipped him with Denzel Boston, and I was like, let's do the Jakobi Lane over Denzel Boston. Kind of already made my case there. Nez, where were you at on Lane?
I was definitely bullish. I think I'm right around you, 149. Yep. So, I think that's where I feel comfortable taking him. At first, I thought he was just all hype. I thought he was all just like one-handed catches in camp, but he's actually performing well. He played ahead of Elijah Surratt in the preseason, so the team clearly thinks so. So the beats can certainly be trusted in terms of their bullish reports. But at the end of the day, it is still like, we've kind of done this song and dance before with Ravens rookie wide receivers, but I think Lane has definitely generated more buzz than any rookie wide receiver has in Baltimore. So it's just a matter of like how cooked is Bateman, I think, because if Bateman can still like do his thing, earn his trust, and run routes on the field, then Jakobi Lane's going to have I think a pretty tough time.
Yep, John, you are continuing to be the bear. The wet blanket of this exercise. Now, 156 is still even a jump after his rise here. I mean, that puts his ADP for you, like to benchmark it for people. That's right at Trey Tucker and Jalen McMillan.
Yeah, very similar bets, but on a conceivably better offense with Lamar at the helm. I don't know. A month ago, everybody would have told me that the other guy was the guy to be drafting, Surratt or whatever. Bateman's talking about moving all over the formations and stuff like that. We've played whack-a-mole on Chiefs third wide receiver or second wide receiver. We've played whack-a-mole on Baltimore second wide receiver, Tez Walker last year and shit like this for a decade, and none of it's really mattered. Hopefully Jakobi Lane's different. This is a decent bet in this territory.
See, I disagree with this take from Chad. I'm not saying Lane over Boston is crazy. Again, it's not something you have to do, but the Boston can absolutely be the wide receiver one on this team. For Lane, that's an impossibility. I would argue that Harold Fannin and Casey Concepcion and bad quarterback play is like a bigger impediment to production than even Zay Flowers and a cooked Mark Andrews. Like, I think there is a clear path for Lane, if not similar. And again, like, we look back, I'm not saying he's Puka, I'm not saying he's Amon-Ra, but when we do get these late round hits from guys who aren't round one wide receivers, like, they are in good offenses. They're in competent offenses that are going to score a lot of points, and the opportunity just finds it there. But I would not underplay the Denzel Boston target competition. I mean, all Harold Fannin has done his entire career is earn targets. KC Concepcion was a big target earner in college. He's got a lot of work to do as well. And I just think, I mean, Baltimore, the amount of red zone trips they're going to have compared to Cleveland, it's going to dwarf it. So I actually don't think it's that crazy.
They might score 20 more offensive touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you capture 2 of them from Jakobi Lane.
Let's do Jeremiyah Love here. I think we got at least some vaguely good news a second ago that he's not going to, require surgery here. Does not need surgery on his high ankle sprain. Didn't think this was going to be the case, but Mike LaFleur confirmed it. Anyways, 26.5. He's obviously falling in drafts a bit. Nez, where did you slot your true serum, Jeremiyah Love?
I didn't nuke him, but I did send him down and to the I believe the 2-3 turn. Or the 3-4 turn, rather. Yeah, pick 36, right at the end of that turn there, where he's going around, the other running backs of Jacobs, Travis Achan, and guys like that. I think that's kind of like where he belongs at this moment. A high ankle sprain obviously sucks. This offense has a lot of question marks. He's going around guys that have done it before as veterans on better teams. So I think this is where he should be. And I'm definitely not loving the latest out of that. I didn't know that surgery was on the table, so that was like, getting a lot of questions about that. I don't need surgery shirt that I'm wearing, like that are answered by the shirt.
Yeah, I wasn't quite as bearish as Nez, but I did go down to 31. It's tough because I do think if you had some stronger round 3 running back options, like, you could push him down more, but it is really hard in round 3 there. Kyron, Javonte, we got the Brees stuff now. I mean, that running back stretch is pretty bad. And Jeremiyah Love still looks like a guy, if he's sliding to mid to late third, where you're like, all right, let me see if I can piece together a room that can get him to the playoffs and then have my running back 1 anchor. But yeah, I mean, I think Nez's ADP is probably the more efficient one there. John,
thank you.
Oh, John the Bear, always,
baby.
I love this. 47, so that'll put him after Scatabo, after ETN, after Jacobs, right next to like Montgomery and Swift.
I mean, this is a historically bad offense on paper with like 15 games where they're double-digit dogs. Like, they just lost their presumably best offensive lineman for the season, and they have 4 running backs, and they paid Tyler Algier. I don't care if he's a generation.
They're not the worst offense in history on paper. Like, that's come on.
I mean, I'm just looking at what their implied totals are coupled with whatever. Like, if you want to
look at the players on the offense instead.
Yeah, I know. I'm just taking the bear case. Like, I know we think some of these guys are talented, but like
I don't believe
the math on touchdown scoring is telling me that this guy in the 3rd round is going to score 3, maybe 4 touchdowns this season.
Sure.
Where you play on a half PPR touchdown late in sight. No, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to me, it ultimately comes down to what this timeline gets firmed up with, but we know it's not just the missing games, right? We saw it with Omar and Hampton, like, came back last year and was not as effective after the injury. And so then it's like, what are you getting? And yeah, you look at a guy like David Montgomery, the Texans can't stop talking about how they're going to give him the ball as many times as he can handle it. DeAndre Swift, Ben Johnson wants to score 1 billion points, and Monungai's begged up. Like, you could, really start to have the conversation there. I don't think ultimately he's probably going to slide out of the 3rd round because
no way.
There's just too much enthusiasm for him as a player for that to happen, and people are always willing to discount it in BBM. All of those early eliminator shares, though, of like early 3rd round Love look pretty rough right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bounce around a little bit here. What's a fun one? Let's do George Kittle.
Sure.
Davis said yesterday on Best Ball Breakfast, it's the only take I have in fantasy football this year is that I like George Kittle. So let me prove it here. True ADP 81.2. I have him right after Tucker Kraft, well ahead of Laporta, Fannin, Pitts here. Doesn't really make sense to me. His ADP, I keep clicking him even when I shouldn't. What did you guys do here?
I'm with you, Pete. I'm not quite as bullish as you, but I'm very bullish, and I've been pretty bullish on him the whole time, as I've been with pretty much all these guys that have Achilles injuries that they're coming off of. It's just there's mounting evidence that shows that these Achilles injuries heal better than ever, and guys perform better than ever after they have these Achilles surgeries. So not necessarily better than they were before, but better than ever for the sample of having the surgery, of course. To me, every signal they're trying so hard to like not commit to him being ready for week one, but he knows he's going to play week one, and I think they know he's going to play week one. But they want to be totally sure, of course. Like why would they just come out and say to their opponent, Kittle is ready, he's going to play against you guys, you better game plan against him, and here's how many snaps he's going to play. Why would they say this? They won't. Shanahan is a notorious liar. Not that he's even there. Kittle's going to rise. I'm kind of shocked it hasn't happened yet.
John, okay, 102 still a rise, just compared to mine. So up 11.8, John. So you're flipping him ahead of Pitts and just right alongside Fannin there, which seems like the measured Kittle take.
Yeah, it's measured. He's my highest owned tight end right now across all contests. So I've been taking him. Average pick I took him at was 112. So yeah, I mean, I like him. I like the potential concentration of that offense. I like that everybody else around him's hurt, but it's also, we know the spike week potential of George Kittle, but we also know that like he's in his 30s coming off an Achilles right next to a substation. So I'm kind of tempering my expectations as much as I love him. And like I kind of draw the line at Laporta and Pitts. And Laporta and Pitts, I will continue to take over him, and then I take him over Harold Fannin and in that area.
Yeah, I think for me, like if you're not concerned about health, which is obviously why he's here, he's clearly ahead of Laporta for me, just because I think Laporta is always going to be a little bit more of a just touchdown bet, where Kittle, you get the touchdown bet, you get maybe a little bit more yak, you get a potential target hog as well, in the way that Laporta is always going to kind of be third behind J-Mo and Amon-Ra. So I see a little bit more room to run there, but I get that for sure. Let's do rapid fire on some of these. I'll do a full reveal here. DJ Moore, ADP of 53, Pete 63, John 34, taking the Liam Serum, and Nez right there with me at 59. Let's let John wax poetic about DJ Moore.
Dude, honestly, I don't have big DJ Moore bags right now, and maybe it just took me seeing him in a Bills uniform to like get excited about it or something. But like, he's a best wide receiver that Josh Allen's ever had, and that offense go burr in the new stadium, and Josh Allen gonna throw touchdowns to him.
Better than 2021, 2022 Diggs?
I don't know, maybe not, but I hope he's in that realm, right? So I want to correct my previous wrongs and start getting DJ Moore in that same vein as like J-Mo and Garrett Wilson and Waddle. Like, how different a bet is Waddle and DJ Moore? Like, why are they 20 picks apart? And why did I love Waddle and not love DJ Moore? Like, DJ Moore just wasn't a scheme fit last year for Ben Johnson. Like, what if he's just exactly what Josh Allen needs this year?
Yeah, I think it's just more of a leap of faith based on, his efficiency metrics and what he has done the past couple of years. Like, it is like a true bounce back, where I think we've seen more recent flashes from Jalen Waddle as far as his yards per target, his ability to kind of consolidate when Tyreek was out. But yeah, I mean, I think the reason I like your take here, John, is I do feel like it'll be kind of polarized with Moore, right? Like, I feel like he's not a break-even player. I think he's either going to be a really bad pick or probably a smash pick. And we have the change environment stuff. We saw it with Pickens last year. We know how much that can do for these guys. That's a fun one. Let's do
anyone who gets 1,300 yards with Justin Fields has my heart forever. So,
that's my line, man.
Wow. Yeah, you're snaking it from him. All right, let's do Alec Pierce, 91.9.
It should be fun.
Continue to get murky timelines on him. Like they can't even pin down like, hey, they're not even saying week 1 anymore. They're just kind of like shrugging their shoulders. I went 117.8. John went 135. Nez went 130. Wow. I cannot believe me being the Alec Pierce hater is somehow high on the totem pole. Let's go to Nez here. Alec Pierce 130.
I mean, Pete, you're on the clock at 118. Alec Pierce on the board. You're clicking his name? No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not.
No, because I looked at this one too, and again, I was banking it around the Concepcion. So I have Concepcion at 117.5. When I'm comparing him to Dobbs, Higgins, Stribling, I'm like, that's probably where I'll find my Alec Pierce range.
The inconvenient truth about Alec Pierce is 1, he has an ankle injury, and 2, Keenan Allen just signed. So those things combined, super, super hurtful for Alec Pierce. But what he does to the entire Colts offense, I think, is just like hard to overstate in terms of his, field stretching ability. And he obviously has been effective at that for 2 years running now. So he clearly can do it. But, that relies on hella athleticism and speed, and he's coming off ankle surgery. So like, how effective will he even be when he returns? I'm not trying to like pay a quote unquote discount to find out.
I also think the Keenan Allen like signing and stuff as like this kind of like masking and Band-Aid is a financial protection thing too, because like they don't have like a cut out after this year. The first potential out for them on the Alec Pierce 4 year is 2029. And they're only giving him a $9 million cap hit this year, but next year and the year after it's 35, 32, then the potential out, then 32. So if you're just like a smart organization, you really want to slow play this so that he's playing ball with you in those cap heavy years.
Chuba Hubbard, ADP 94.8. Obviously, he's dealing with his injury. Jonathan Brooks' team was here even before the Chuba injury. Let's see what happens here. Nez and I in lockstep. Chuba at 120, John at 132. The name I kept arriving at for Chuba was Chris Rodriguez. Like that's kind of the range there of the less exciting RB2 who's still going to have a role, but in a less exciting offense, I would say, than the Jags. Except the one thing you have going with the Panthers is they run the ball well every year. Really good run game, solid offensive line. Chuba's going to be involved, but like you were paying for early season touches with this price tag. And now that's very much in question. And if Jonathan Brooks is really good and runs away with the job, like this price is going to look bad at 94.8.
Yeah, well said, Pete. They just lost 2 offensive linemen too, though.
Is that recently?
Yeah, like over the weekend and last week's practice or something.
Man, where are all my newsletters writing about the offensive line injuries for me? Everybody just talking about
baby. Silva Thorn newsletter.
There you go. Nez, any thoughts on Chuba?
Yeah, I just have him like around the running back 2s that maybe are goal line backs. That's kind of like how I see him right now. I mean, Shope was talking, he did a main event with Theo, and he was talking with a Panthers reporter, and the Panthers reporter, I mean, this means truly nothing, but like he was saying that they love Chuba, right? Like they think super highly of Chuba. They think he's going to be fine, and he's a huge locker room guy. So I say all that to say that like I wanted to go to like where you were, but at the same time I'm like, Jonathan Brooks, like we don't know how good he's actually going to be, and Chuba is just kind of that like you know what you're going to get type of player. So I don't think Chuba's going away in a way that I think the Brooks Bulls are assuming.
Yeah, yep. I like this comment in the chat from Robert because I agree with him despite the nuking of the ranking, but like rather take Chuba at round 9/10 than Brooks with the steam right now. Like
I agree about the Brooks steam getting kind of crazy. The thing is I think that Chuba's probably going to continue to drop. And like, are you taking him over Jordan Mason? Are you taking him over Bill, Kenny Gainwell, Rachaad White? I mean, there is a big gap from Rachaad White to the Aaron Jones range. That's probably kind of where I'd be looking. But man, even him over Aaron Jones is a little tough. That's a 2-man backfield. The reporting on Aaron Jones is good. They're going to score a lot more points. So I don't know. The Chuba price is tricky right now, I think.
Yeah. I was looking at Chris Rodriguez. I'm like, if he's where Chris Rodriguez goes, I'll mix in some Chuba. That's where I was at.
All right, Keaton Mitchell, 130.6 here. I decided to put his ADP basically identical to where it's at, of just being like, this is a good ADP. This is a gross range for running backs. The upside thesis is clear. John, the bull here, I love it. Keaton Mitchell, 88. Nez saying he should go back a little bit. That's probably, the measured take. But John, let's let you rip on bull case here. Take him over RJ Harvey, etc.
Yeah, well, I mean, what if he's just HN with a quarterback? Like, what if this is the scenario that we've painted with McDaniels, that they use all three of the guys and he's the most electric of the bunch, and he's just the perfect week to week spike week profile for like your third or fourth RB on a team. Like, I'm not saying build like anchor Keaton Mitchell builds and he becomes your RB1 and then you have these 0 RB like builds. He's just the perfect spike week portfolio like bolster guy. And if everybody's out on Hampton and everybody's out on how Hampton was at the end of the last season and his price point, well, shouldn't we be in on Keaton? I don't know. Maybe I'm just overly bullish on a good, talented offensive coordinator with an MVP candidate quarterback just being like, I want this guy on my team. Like, I don't know. That seems pretty bullish.
Yeah, I respect your ADP here. Like, I really do. I'm obviously like not a Keaton Mitchell guy, but like that thesis is totally in the range of outcomes for Keaton Mitchell. And I think that's why, he's so polarizing. Is like he could just like have more usage than like we've ever seen from Keaton Mitchell, and he could be very effective at what Mike McDaniel uses him. How he uses him. So yeah, I think that's fair.
I think it's I feel like it's like the DJ Moore one. The other one John was high on, right? Where this price, it's like middling the two ranges, because it's the thesis is either going to hit and the Chargers are going to score 1 billion points and he's Achane and he's going to smash this, or he's going to have the same role he did with the Ravens. He's going to have like 8 touches a game and you're going to be like, I wish I took 19 other guys here instead of him. All right, couple quick ones. Let's do another Charger here. Gadsden 167.5 continues to have bearish reports. The Charlie Kohler vortex is kicking into gear. I didn't nuke him too much, though. 170.5. Nez actually coming up on him, John up on him at 150, and Nez is nuking him. So we're kind of all over the board here. Let's do Gadsden bullishness for John, despite the reports.
Yeah, I think it's just a bet on the offense thing and the fact that they're probably just going to be heavily rotating all pass catchers in this offense. And I can't look away that like in a medium setting for him, let's call it last year, where they needed more inline blocking, where the whole offensive line was injured. Now you get a healthy offensive line. I know the preseason usage wasn't like good, but I think he could just be like one of those package guys, like as a rookie to get like 690 yards in the NFL at tight end is like pretty impressive. And I don't think we can just sweep that under the rug because Charlie Kohler and David Njoku, who nobody wanted to pay, have showed up at the door. So yeah.
Nez, you're at 190 here. The one thing I was looking at, I'm like, isn't this just the Terrence Ferguson bet, at this point? So I put mine, just a smidge back there, right by Terrence Ferguson, but you're at 190 there, which I think makes sense. Where is the negativity though for you with Gadsden?
Yeah, it's hard to ignore the fact that we saw Njoku and Kolar rest in the preseason and Gadsden played. Given what he did last year, I'm like, why is this happening? But I'm just trying to like not have my head in the sand on a guy that I was into last year, and I still think can be, a good NFL tight end. There's just too much smoke to ignore. There's very sharp people that like Charlie Kolar, and while I disagree, it's something that I think can't be fully ignored and called wrong. You have to weigh that in somewhere, and the team's telling us that they're going to use Kolar because they signed him and they're not playing him. And so Gadsden, to me, just there's so much negativity around Gadsden right now that like, dude, if I'm on the clock in the 18th round and he's there, that's not even like an auto click for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think the Charlie Kolar stuff, it's like, even if you don't want to click Charlie Kolar and try to get his points, you have to acknowledge that it is bad for Gadsden. Here, in the same way that Chris Manhertz, who played ahead of Isaiah Likely, is bad for Likely, and Theo Johnson is bad for Likely here. Do we have Nez back?
Yeah, sorry, man. My dongle is just like the worst today.
Your what?
You're what? Yeah.
You guys never heard of a dongle?
Worst dongle in the league.
Yeah. Okay. Last one here. Caleb Douglas, 190.5. I went really bullish here, 155.5. John not buying it, 200 and 170 here for Nez. I will just say that, Dwayne had him as his biggest ranking riser after preseason, played entirely with the ones, had a pretty good set of air yards on that drive, using him as a downfield threat. I just think, everyone loves doing the, like, who's the wide receiver one? We're drafting Malik Washington here. And it's like, we're now getting indication that Caleb Douglas, a rookie, mystery box selection here, is already listed at the top of their depth chart. There's no veteran deference going on here. They're just like, this guy can play. I know he's a little banged up. I want to say I saw maybe he missed a practice here, but I think, similar to the Jakobi Lane stuff, obviously not near as exciting of an offense, but I think there is room for a really kind of sneaky good fantasy season. And it's one that I would just be willing to chase up boards a bit.
Yeah, it feels a little Jaden Higginsy-esque from last year, where it's just kind of like, maybe that was a little bit too high, but yeah, I agree with you, man. Like, there's definitely room to run in this depth chart. Chris Bell coming back this week might be a little bit of a thorn in his side, but like, this depth chart is just quote unquote professional ass wide receivers that weren't overly professional in their day, with like the Tolberts and the Jalen Ragers on the team and shit like this. So there's tons of opportunity. It's just like, are they going to score more than 20 passing touchdowns this season? Is it a good pick? Like, how many usable weeks are we truly going to get from whoever the wide receiver one is in Miami?
Yeah. Any thoughts on Caleb Douglas, Nez, as we get into a BBM draft here?
Not really, man. I'm sort of just like out on him right now, just because I am, I wasn't getting ahead of it, but I'm going to take him a little bit now. I think the one thing that why I would consider taking Caleb Douglas is I'm actually like a Malik Willis truther. I think I don't have enough Malik Willis to back that up because I'm too scared to actually put money to that. But I actually think Malik Willis can play a little bit. And it's just like, how much do I trust the weapons around him to actually like get it done? Because like he looked good in Green Bay, like that was a way different environment than playing in Miami without Mike McDaniel. So but I think Malik Willis can get it done. So if Caleb Douglas is the number one wide receiver there, then we're obviously getting a huge value.
All right. We are going to get rolling in a BBM draft. I'm from the 7 hole. We have Nez at 9. I'm on the clock. John took Jonathan Taylor at 4. You
Alpha.
You are always just flexing on us here. I'm going to use this CMC kind of spook zone to continue to get up on Amon Ra, who I've been light on exposure wise just because of RNG.
Wow.
But talk to us about Jonathan Taylor, John.
This is half PPR scoring, and the dude can score 40 a week 4 times a year. So why not? Let's mix up the combos. And I've been talking to Nez a little bit about the combos from the left side of the board. Feels so much better when you take running back in the first. But yeah, let's fuck around, find out.
Fuck around, find out. Nez is going to slurp that CMC substation Dipperino at 9.
Yeah. I don't take a lot of CMC. I take JT over him and Amon Ra. over him, but we'll take CMC at 9. That feels that feels like a good price. I think if we truth serum JT's ADP, I would have said 4.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
exactly right here
agree.
ahead of Puka and JSN.
He has Gibbs and Bijan ceilings like 1-to-1, and so why not? Why is he not going ahead of these guys? Like I think the fact, like my trepidation to start draft season was like, man, I don't know about Dimes. Like, is he healthy? You know, how's he going to look? You know, I was kind of holding my breath on that. Him being healthy, I think, is just like unlocks JT. Such a funny thing to like say for a guy of JT's talent, but it's the truth. So yeah, I'm going to take a little GM here and just grab Saquon, a guy that I don't draft a lot of.
Nice.
So here's the question for you, John. Is it purely preference? You can draft Jonathan Taylor at ADP and pull up the guy in the second round you're about to take with him, or you could draft Jonathan Taylor at 104 and take the guy in the second round at ADP.
I think it's probably a portfolio thing, right? Like if you want a lot of Jonathan Taylor, so you're gonna get a lot of Jonathan Taylor. Like,
yeah,
enough.
Both. I don't know, man. People are slowly starting to understand the game out here.
the John Warner game within the game. I passed on Hampton there. I mean, that's another guy who, if you wanted to do a true serum, ADP is probably more of like an early third round pick. I think you could argue based on how Mike McDaniel continues to talk about using Keaton Mitchell, Kamani Vidal, etc. So I grabbed Amon-Ra to pair with, AJ Brown to pair with Amon-Ra, and John grabs his guy, Nabers.
We get the unique combo on the left side, and then we build out the left side guys around it.
It's a fun combo. I would do the same thing for sure. I'm really hoping that Nabers doesn't steam to the right side of the board, because, I mean, I'm trying not to be like a total, coward if he does, but like I can't help but think of the 1v1s and the 2v2s of the Nabers teams on if he goes where at the 1-2 turn compared to when he was going in the 40s. Like, it's hard to not be kind of spooked by those combos. And I want to keep drafting Nabers. So as long as he's on the left side of the board, I have no hesitation whatsoever to select him.
Yep. Definitely can make the case for him where I selected AJ Brown. I think that was right around the true serum ADP. Let's see what John does here with the JT Nabers start. We have the running backs falling. No Brees. No. What did John do here? Garrett Wilson. Nice.
Yes, sir.
A little ahead of ADP. Oh, way ahead of ADP. All right. Okay. What's the
some fun, baby?
Yeah, is it anything there other than having fun, or what's your thought there?
He's a 1-2 turn guy last year, and now he has the best quarterback of his career. I don't know. Let's just see if it works.
I like Garrett Wilson. I think he's, everybody's, as we do every fantasy season after 2023, we're like trying to find the next Puka, and this year we're all trying to find the next JSN. And I think really the conversation is who can lead the league in target share. And I think Garrett Wilson is totally in the running to lead the league in target share for sure.
I think I'm going to cook a little 0RB here. I'll let the room decide where the Love and Breece Hall prices should be. And I'm going to grab Devontae Smith, who also slid past ADP. So Amon-Ra, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith for me.
Wow. This Trey McGronk fall, I think I'm just not going to think twice about this one. Take him at 33. That's fun.
CMC, Barkley, McBride. Yeah, what? So what's causing all these fallers here? Oh, it's John took Garrett Wilson. Breece Hall goes 34. So the 3 starts for us: Taylor, Nabers, Wilson for John. 3 running backs for me: Amon-Ra, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Nez goes CMC, Barkley, and McBride here.
Yeah, something about if the McBride falling knife, he's falling for a reason, because it's just like the Cardinals just have this stench about them. But I think McBride's just like too big to fail. So if he's gonna fall, I'll just take him. Another GM here. I'm just gonna keep taking this ADP value, bro. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see here. ETN, did Jacobs just come off the board? Let's see here. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to keep the 0 RB thing pushing. We talked about like, does Scatabo drop a little bit on this news? I think ETN's a fine pick here. But I'm going to be an ideological drafter right now. And we're going to roll Amon-Ra, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. Also get that sweet week 17 correlation with Amon-Ra and Colston Loveland.
I love it. I've been kind of like changing my tune on the Bears as draft season goes along, where I'm just scared that like I'm overthinking the Bears and like trying to get too cute in the bearish stance on them. So given the fact that Burden looks like totally on track to play week 1, I've been taking Burden like honestly like even ahead of ADP a little bit because I'm trying to make up for lost time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I wrote about it in the newsletter on Saturday, and I know it's just like a silly quote that Ben Johnson was talking about wanting to score 1 billion points, but like that full quote, he's like, I know exactly how many points the Broncos scored that year with Peyton Manning. And he's like, I want to break records. I want shootouts. I want blowouts. I'm like, there's some signal there. Like, and I referenced that game that the Lions had a couple years ago against the Jags, where they were up like 28-6 at halftime and they scored 52 points and they just kept letting Goff throw and everybody went nuts. And I'm like, if this offense is doing that, where it just like, it does not matter what the score is, like we are still going to be chucking the ball and trying to hang a shit ton of points. I mean, it kind of is like with the Chargers stuff, right? Like we're paying the tax on the excitement for the offense. Oh yeah, John, you got to do DJ Moore first and then JMO.
Fucking hey, man.
You can't put DJ Moore at 34 in your true serum ADP and then not expect the viewers to take him ahead of ADP. That's how this works.
That was annoying. I was setting up such a beautiful team.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm in on the Bears. I'm gonna keep just cooking 0 RB here. Mike Evans. Oh no, he goes. So we could do Judkins. We could do Devontae. What do I want to do here? Let's do Devontae. Devontae at 5'6". I know Nez is out on him, but yeah, no, we're just gonna have fun. We'll see what a 0 RB draft looks like today.
55 Devontae Adams is very good. Oh man, I think yeah, we're going high T as hell, man. I'm taking another running back. Give me Jadarian Price.
Wow. Okay. You can't let him come back to me at 66. Look at this here. This is Nez and I. We both have the elite tight end. And then I have 4 wide receivers. Nez has 4 running backs, and then John is grabbing every player 6 picks ahead of ADP.
It's the new meta, man. Lean into your strengths. Like if you're building out something, like make you got to smoke the whole pack. And that's right. and I think that these, and I think it's correct.
This is perfectly indicative of all our brands. Pete, the OG wide receiver avalanche guy. Nez, the fucking gotta get the good values and build the good structurally sound team, but then flips the build like crazy and does what nobody else would do and takes only 4 running backs and somehow ends up with 3 tight ends and 8 wide receivers or something like that. And then I just take all the guys I like that everybody else doesn't think about putting together on one team.
There you go.
It really is. It really is an on-brand draft from everybody for sure.
Good showing, gents.
I have to decide. This is kind of an interesting spot because I obviously have the quarterback stacks. Drake May I could do with AJ Brown. Hurts with Devontae Smith. Neither of those guys are going to come back to me if I pass on them. I also could be in the market to grab my first running back here. So I'm trying to decide, do I really push it, grab that quarterback? I probably just take Drake May here with AJ Brown. Or I pull up Ramondre, who I think is fair price to go here. That's kind of what I'm wrestling with. May goes.
Makes it easy for you. That was a tough call, right? Because Ramondre is, flying up ADP right now. And obviously you would have loved having that AJ Brown stack, but you still get the benefit of the Patriots being a machine with the correlation between those two. But yeah, that's a tough call, especially when you're doing a 0 RB and you're like, man, I know I need an RB soon. I think honestly, like your team's going to be better off for having Rhamondre.
Probably. And I have Goff. I had Stafford potentially. Nez, talk to me about QJ at 64. I haven't seen him that high in a while.
Yeah, so pulling him up there, fingers crossed I can get a certain QB to come back to me with that one. But just kind of in the same vein of the way John is talking about Keaton Mitchell on this offense and like being like really good. I think QJ and Lads, like I don't know how big the gap is between the two there in this new offense. So I'm just kind of like leaning into this Chargers team and the hype. You know, it's a pure, you know, it's hype for sure. I get it, but it's really hard to not be excited about what they're cooking. And I think that QJ could just really run pure on touchdowns is really the hope here. And seeing how McDaniels uses him. I know a lot of people are worried about Trey Harris because QJ dropped some passes and Trey Harris is making one-handed catches, but QJ, better player, higher draft capital, better prospect. So yeah, I'm leaning into it, man. And it's a weird wide receiver range there where he goes. Tyson's in the middle of falling. Metcalf is like fine. Reed, it's just a bunch of like mid wide receivers there. So I'm going to take the guy with the most upside.
John grabs grabs Blake Corum and Jalen Hurts there. So much for my 0 RB plans. Tony Pollard, Jonathan Brooks, Blake Corum, Rico Dowdle, all off the board here. But I am going to do Caleb. I talked about, should I go May? Tyson's obviously falling. I don't think I need Metcalf on this team. No other running backs for me to take. Let's go Caleb to Loveland here at pick 679.
I think it's underdiscussed that when you do the full 0 RB approach, that you should also win the onesies. Like, you know what I mean? Like that should be part of the thesis of your team is like 5 wide receivers or 6 wide receivers and then win the onesies. And whether that's, elites or taking 3 and 3, it doesn't really matter structurally, but I think it's like something that is under discussed when they're like, oh, I'm going to do a 0 RB build here. Well, you should also be smashing the onesies.
Yeah, for sure. Because the thing that dovetails for me, it's not just winning the onesies. It's also leaving some later slots for wide receivers. And if you rip 6 straight wide receivers, you're just done. You could argue if you rip 5 straight wide receivers, you have like maybe 1 late.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like being able to keep some optionality later in the draft.
Yeah, I'm 100% team 5 straight wide receivers. Like, do not take a 6th unless it was Keenan Allen in the 18th round. But it's just insane, man. The diminishing returns on that is just wild. Like, make that bet. Hopefully, you're flexing those guys, and call it.
I had thought about Laporta there, going for this double stack with Goff, but my thought is, again, boxing myself out of tight end when I know there's going to be another value later is just a tougher pill to swallow. And I like RJ Harvey. I'm going to try to be getting more RJ Harvey here at pick 90.
Yeah, I think you made the right decision. I'm just like so, a fan of like The Sims showing me different ways to build teams that I think Laporta there could have been really fun. Where, just like, oh, I could flex him. Maybe he's flexing for me sometimes. You get a little bit of you do get week 17 correlation there to the extreme now with Amon-Ra and Laporta, just kind of an offensive bet and a week 17 bet. And then from there, you're almost like, it almost takes less pressure off running back because now you are basically saying like, hey, I'm probably not going to flex a running back. And yeah, that's not a great feeling, but you're taking pressure off running back from having to hit your flex when you take Laporta there because you can still flex Laporta. But another wide receiver there, like that would have been dicey.
Yeah. All right, John, you did Laporta. You didn't want to let him come back to me. Well played. Who are you going to grab here in the 9th?
I don't know. Goff or Dart make too much sense, but I kind of just want to push it and find out and take a swing at like an upside wide receiver.
Yeah. Golden there for you. Let's see here. What do I want to do? Kick trying to influence me here. RBA has J.K. Dobbins. I'm at 103 here. See, this is the other thing too. It's like, okay, Fannin and Pitts are here. Manungai's an interesting one when you have Caleb, but it's also like, yeah,
and
I think I am going to go. I know that's what's like the price on him's going to get better. This is like Bill or Mason for me. I'll take another swing here with
that's Bill City, man. That's such a slam dunk pick. It's for your team especially.
Yeah, and this is the spot too of where I do feel like these 0RB builds they don't feel near as gross as they did, a couple months ago, like Ramondre, Harvey, Bill. I mean, you can build out a room in this range. I do think you just got to be aggressive in rounds like 6 through 11 because then you're in true flyer territory. If not,
yeah, you do. You like that's such a nice trio of running backs there. Usually, if like zero running back builds don't normally have like 3 pretty like fun selections there. So I think I'm going to like your team a lot whenever it's all done.
Nez, you went ahead. You did get Herbert with QJ. We forgot to mention that. And then you also got Godwin at 88, similar to kind of the Kittle conversation. He looks like a smash.
Yeah, I don't know why your board isn't refreshing.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same.
Let me see what's going on here. Sorry, guys. Window. Is this the right one? Let's see.
Yeah, I won't spoil it. I'll wait for the big reveal of who I took there. Not that it was anything spectacular, but
yeah, I don't know what's going on here with the browser can't access your screen. What is going on here?
I'll bleed some clock for you so you have some time to get back in this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, John. If you don't mind, I don't know what's going on. My screen share is not working.
Thanks, John.
No worries.
What did you do here, John? Yeah, it says the browser can't access your screen. What's going on?
Well, I went Dart and then Casey Concepcion after that, but gonna lock up my second quarterback and then call it at 2 QBs. I really like my teams with 2 quarterbacks the most this season. So I want to make sure that they're good. I don't want to disrespect the QB draft capital meta. So I think by having Herbert and Dart, I kind of get myself a lot of outs of spike weeks there as 2 guys that can run.
Yep. I grabbed Fannin, and this was kind of why I was like wrestling with the Laporta thing, just knowing, you can get some nice prices on these other tight ends. So Fannin falls to 114, which is just hard for me to pass on.
Yeah, I was getting suggested Fannin on my screen, but I ended up passing because I have McBride and I have needs at wide receiver that are going to be taken care of via volume. But yeah, I couldn't. I don't think I could hesitate on taking a wide receiver 3 in the 10th round.
Yeah,
John. I should have taken Dart or Goff the previous round, and like pushing it was probably unnecessary.
Yeah, I got shut out too because I was looking at Stafford. He went 2 picks before I took Bill, and then I was gonna be interested in Goff, but he went unstacked to the 11 hole there, which was a weird one. So both John and I missed out on that one.
I was thinking about doing a Baker
stack, but oh, go ahead.
I don't love it because they have overlapping buys. So now I've committed myself to 3.
Yeah.
So. Which means I should probably just lock up a secondary. Nah. It's time, boys.
All right.
There you go.
That was some fun.
Yeah. Wow. Yep. It's a good one.
Wow. Respect. That's putting money where your mouth is right there.
Here's the question. Okay. Rashad White goes, I was like, am I going to double up on Washington running backs if he continues to slide?
Probably would have.
So I need a second quarterback, and Kyler just fell to pick 127. I think I'm going to make that click.
You have a tough call there, I think, because C-Rod was still on the board, and so was Aaron Jones.
Yeah,
and yeah, I think that those were definitely in the cards for you to possibly select. Dude, I love Chris Rodriguez, but I have a lot, and I don't think that this is a Chris Rodriguez pick for me right here. I'm gonna take a tight end too, though. I am gonna go tight end, and I'm gonna take Kincaid. I'm gonna take Kincaid right here.
Yeah,
could have waited and take, like, these wide receivers aren't like totally speaking my name here. Could have, like, I love Chris Rodriguez, but that just like didn't seem necessary with the start that I had. And I don't know who I would have taken instead of Kincaid there, but I could have done anybody else and tried to get Juwan Johnson on the way back, because I think he's somebody that's going to rise, and he's one of my highest drafted players. But we're going to go the Kincaid route because I'm trying to get more Kincaid. I have a decent amount, but I would like even more. I'm trying to be greedy.
Yeah, he's an interesting one there. I mean, it does seem like he's going to be in the kind of same, playing time split that he was previously.
All right, dude. We're taking Chris Rodriguez. If he's going to fall to 135,
I was
in this
really
economy,
hoping you wouldn't. Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yep. No,
Like,
that was good.
That taking Chris Rodriguez there is a difference between taking 9 or 10 wide receivers. So I'm going to take Chris Rodriguez.
Yeah, and now I have to just kind of like eat my vegetables with Woody Marks, I think.
I really took the joy out of Pete with that.
Well, I mean, he was already. I mean, Rodriguez was 10 picks past ADP, so I didn't even think that was a chance for a little while there.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, it's playing the 2v2, like, because I could have gone. It's basically like Rodriguez or Jones along with Malik Willis versus Kyler and Woody Marks, which doesn't sound great.
I don't know. I'm on record of being like, kind of not getting overly optimistic about Kyler with the Vikings, but the closer we get to the season, the more excited I am for Kyler with the Vikings. So, there's pretty much everybody in the industry is high on Kyler. You got him past ADP. I think it's a good play.
Yeah.
I still like your top 3 running backs, and you don't even have the pressure to flex one. So
should we be drafting Ty Felton? Like, I'm thinking about Pete's back stacks when he has two tight ends already.
Relax.
Here's the new 12-13 meta, boys.
Are you gonna stack dimes up, brother?
You gotta stock it up, boys.
That's brutal.
And this is the fake bull.
Brutal Mog.
148 Keenan Allen there.
I did a BBM this morning and I got him at 170.
Okay.
Like, interesting.
Was that before 9 a.m. Eastern?
It was pretty early. Why?
Well, that's when the overlords adjust their drag and drops. So
they adjusted last night, I think.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah. They adjusted at 10:33 p.m. last night to be exact.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but no, that was a great line of questioning there. When did you get
Rude
there?
sniping his dimes combo? I took Jonathan Taylor at 4, buddy. I set the precedent. Set the fucking tone out here.
We call that squatters' rights.
Yeah.
Set the tone.
I went with the bet on J.K. Dobbins bet in this one. Grab Jonah Coleman along with R.J. Harvey there. Jonah Coleman stuff continues to sound pretty good. I hadn't been clicking him a ton, but man, he's one I have my eyes wide open on Jonah Coleman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he could very well be snatching chains in that backfield. I think RJ Harvey was awesome last year. Like, he did great for the opportunities that he had opened up for him. But Coleman is, in my opinion, a different back than RJ Harvey, and one that I think Sean Payton would trust more if an opening took place in that backfield. So I think Coleman's a really fun pick.
Look at
the Bishop Sankey of my generation.
Oh, relax. Look at this week 13, this round 13 last call for running back. Algier, Tracy, Marshawn, Lloyd, Kamara, Bigsby, Spears. That was like, all right, get them now, boys, because there ain't much after it.
All right, gotta pass on Saquon at 14, so you can take Tank Bigsby at 150.
Slapping it up.
Gotta do it.
Nice. Well, if you're gonna slap it up, I mean, if there's I can find any team to add Travis Hunter to, but one that has Amon-Ra, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Devontae Adams, that's a Travis Hunter team at 162.
It's the perfect archetype for it.
Lane's a nice pick there.
You're probably like 6 wide receivers on this team?
Yeah, probably shutting it down. I mean, I might just be 2 at the onesies, though. Caleb, Kyler, Loveland, Fannin. So I'm going to have some picks to play with.
Yeah, I wouldn't even fault you for stopping at 5, but I know I'm sort of in the minority in terms of being comfortable with that.
Yeah, there isn't really anything, I guess, like if there's a crazy Juwan Jennings fall with Kyler, I could entertain that. But yeah, this definitely feels like a team to keep throwing more running back darts at.
Yeah, like I think you just kind of spray and pray.
Yeah.
I had a little look-sees to my left there, just seeing how many running backs guys had, and I was like, oh, I can push Sharps around the corner. I like this idea of Sharps being like a little bit ahead of timeline, and
yeah,
we've seen it before.
Yeah, I was going to give him a look coming back if he still hung around.
Yeah, I think that would have made sense for you if he happened to fall, but
fuck, I should have taken him first.
It's interesting. The reports have been so strong on him that kind of hard to ignore, but I'm staying strong with Jadarian Price running with the ones and being good. So
yeah. John grabs Hawk. There has a 3.462. I have a 2.552 coming up in the 15th.
Yeah, I should have taken Sharps first, and then I prioritized like the stack. But like McMillions has been falling a bit, so I probably should have done it the other way. And now I've boxed myself out of tight end again, or structurally boxed myself out yet again because I took overlapping buys at tight end. So I need another one now. So like I did it both at the onesies, so it's going to turn into like a 3.573. But
you were probably taking 3 tight ends anyways, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. But I guess the quarterback was probably the bad one then.
I was hoping to get Dylan Sampson there. There's still plenty of wide receivers, so I'm just trying to get another running back. Grabbed Brian Robinson, who is maybe the least sexy good pick back here these days compared to all the other buzzy running backs, but the thesis is unchanged.
I love Minnesota Mike picking me up. He's picking me up there. Couple 7-on-7 red zone TDs yesterday. Out of fucking way, Mike.
What is that worth?
Hawk was cooking. Veteran tight end was cooking in 7-asides yesterday.
We need a Minnesota Mike for every team. We need to get like a Jaguar John in here, just someone to give us like play-by-play.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be so good.
Viking Vinny here. He's like, dude, Kyler was looking good today, throwing him on a rope.
Oh man, what am I gonna do here? Clearly going wide receiver. Do I want to? I might slap it up.
Slap it up.
Yeah, we're gonna go for it here because I think I could use some points early, and I'm gonna go Devon Bailey. Shout out to Bayou Bengal, the infamous Devon Bailey bull. If you guys aren't familiar, Bayou Bengal, he's a streamer, does drafts. He's awesome, and he has 80% Devon Bailey in his portfolio. 80%.
That's incredible. Did someone in the Discord say like you just know somebody's going to come and flex their 80% Devon Bailey, and then that ended up being that dude?
I didn't see that, but that's hilarious if so. Yeah.
I grabbed Sadiq at 186. I mean, part of the, he had the injury, but they say he's like still tracking to play week 1. If Cooper's in the shadow realm, Sadiq And just the barrier of what Sadiq needs to do to be relevant at tight end is so low. I'm just going with a rocked up tight end room here. Loveland, Fan, and Sadiq.
Yeah, I do think it's a pretty good price at this point to like to buy the dip on Sadiq, right? You know, first round pick, uber athletic. Yeah, it does seem like he is going to like he's definitely not going to open the season on IR, like that's for sure. And week 1 is like a little up in the air, and he's missed time. But you know, like you said, I'm not worried about the Mason Taylor resistance, even though he was like serviceable last year.
Yeah. All right, 2653 for me. Nez, what did you do here?
2572 for now. I took that Bailey selection. I think it's time. Excuse me. Sorry to probably eat some vegetables with this next pick. So, we'll see what comes back to me. But I think I should have some dusty vets available for me at this next pick.
Yeah, I'm going to take one more, maybe two more, and we'll see what comes back to me. But Emmett Johnson, another just kind of like big swing handcuff. You know, I have way more like Katron Allen, Nicholas Singleton, you know, like 5-6% of those guys. Emmett Johnson, along with Mike Washington, are now kind of the guys I'm trying to get up to a similar range at this juncture.
I don't want to be dramatic, but that might have like saved your draft.
Why?
Because Emmett Johnson is such a freaking smash.
What do you mean? Save implies that it's something needed to be saved in the first place.
Oh, yeah,
I think
sorry.
I supercharged my draft.
Supercharged. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. It didn't save it. It supercharged it. No,
That's
Emmett
right.
Johnson, I think, has a spot on basically like any team in the 17th right now. So very excited about him. Just seems like he's like the clear RB2 based on the way he looks and the reporting out of camp. And yeah, I think Ken Walker's in line for bell cow usage, but that would be the first time in his career that he's had total bell cow usage. And, you know, can he withstand that? Will they actually do that? I think there's some questions there, and that leads to some pretty fun chances for Emmett Johnson to emerge.
I can't get over the fact that he's wearing number 10, and I just see 10 running up the middle, and I just think of Isaiah Pacheco's heavy feet.
Oh God, I just auto Tyquan Thornton.
Oh no, didn't he leave today on a cart?
Yeah, he did. They calling it a hamstring.
I'm gonna play the goddamn hits. Every time I try to get this Jeremy Bernard exposure down, then he's available at 18.6 here. So come on down, Jeremy.
Tyquan is a week 17 stack with my Chargers onslaught, so actually good pick. Week 17 is a long ways away for a hamstring. We're totally fine. One true serum ADP we forgot to do was Cyrus Allen.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, do you have him higher? Like if of the guys, I mean, Douglas, Jakobi Lane, do you have him higher or lower than those guys?
I think definitely lower, but that's another guy that I think, you know, and maybe I just have memory hold the previous Chiefs hyped up wide receivers, but the Cyrus Allen hype seems different. It just seems more real.
Yeah, and I think I had I was talking about him with Cups the other day too, and I think I was thinking about him a little bit wrong as a prospect too, of thinking about him more as like the Tyquan worthy stretcher, whereas he could actually be kind of like the Rashee Rice insurance a bit more as well, which would be pretty exciting too there. But yeah, worthy looks good. All right, let's do a quick recap of these teams here. John, why don't you hop us in? Yeah, we need 10 more. We'll do one more draft here as we recap this team. So I had the 0 RB build, the 2763, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Colson Loveland, Devontae Adams, Ramondre Stevenson, Caleb Williams, RJ Harvey, Bill Fannin, Kyler Murray, Woody Marks, Jonah Coleman, Travis Hunter, Brian Robinson, Sadiq, Emmett Johnson, and Jeremy Bernard. Nez, how did you land the plane with your 4 running back start?
Yep. So we went 2-5-9-2, Justin Herbert, Jackson Dart, and then at running back, CMC, Saquon, Javonte Williams, Jadarian Price, and then Chris Rodriguez. At wide receiver, we got a whole bunch of them. QJ, Godwin, KC, Concepcion, Trey Harris, Jakobi Lane, Adonai Mitchell, Devon Vele, Malachi Fields, Tyquan Thornton, Week 17, Hammer, and then Trey McGronk and Dalton First Aid at tight end. I do like my team a lot. I know that I think a lot of people are uncomfortable with like the wide receiver at volume play, but to me, I like the way it looks.
Yeah, I mean, for 5 18th rounders from the beginning of BBM on the same team, it's not bad. It's not bad, bro.
Oh, okay. Am I getting scroll shamed by John Warner? Is that what I'm hearing?
In John's first 4 picks, he has 4 third rounders on his team there.
Yeah, exactly, right.
What's yours, John?
It's unique. 3-5-7-3. Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield, and then Danny Dimes. To be honest, I probably should have taken Dart or Goff and just shut it down and not done 3 quarterbacks because whatever. Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving, Blake Corum, Keaton Mitchell, and Ollie Gordon. Curious. Malik Nabers, Garrett Wilson, J-Mo, Matthew Golden, Keenan Allen's new ADP 148. Have we made a pick in the other one yet?
No, we are all in a row. 1, 7, 1, 8, and 1, 9. Yes.
Okay.
Who's a murderer's row?
Jesus, I'm getting spit roasted by you guys. My God.
Jalen McMillions, Tank Dell, Sam Laporta, TJ Hawkinson, and Cade Otton. Team probably would have looked better if I'd just taken Goff instead of doing the Baker and Dimes thing. And then if I had passed on Hawk and just done like Anchor Laporta or like 3 tight ends, but 5 at the onesies was the play on this team. And I took 6 like an idiot.
No, this is a good team. You still drafted a good team. So,
man, am I just going to draft the same team I just did here? I have 10%. No, I'm bleeding the clock for you. No, you're good, John. You're good.
Okay.
Let's find some James Cook here. We're gonna bounce around. We're inspired by John. We're ignoring ADP. We're starting to balance round 1 exposures. This is my 119th BBM draft. They say James Cook is going to catch more passes this year, so I need it. I like it.
I also wanted to do. I'll take CMC. I also wanted to do. Like part of the true serum was like some of these back end of the first round guys, or like the guys that you think could like kill you kind of vibe, or like guys that could blow up the tournament, like Emmett Johnson fitting that blow up the tournament, like Blake Corum fitting the blow up the tournament stuff. But I am pretty curious about like the James Cook at the tail end here and the Ashton Genty as like the 2 guys I'm underweight that could just absolutely murder me this year.
Yeah. What are you at Genty?
Like 0, like 1 or 2.
Yeah. All right. Nez started with Amon-Ra. John has CMC.
Thank God.
Barkley.
I thought he was gonna have to draft Barkley, and I was really not in the mood for that.
Let's see here.
Pete, you inspired me last draft with the AJ Brown selection. So I'm going to go AJ Brown and do a 0 RB start myself here.
Yeah. I'm going to see, am I going to let John inspire me or sorry, I'm going to take H-N. They said he's going to get 40 touches a game.
That's another fun one too.
Yeah. I mean, H-N and Nabers, they're kind of like the equivalent picks at their respective positions as far as just being absolute ballers. And maybe I guess it's different in that H-N you have team level risk, and with Nabers there's just still the lingering injury stuff. But I want Eggers to have a gift. 210, finally one for Eggers, one of the good guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could argue Nabers even has some team level risk too.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, do we still have Jameis there? Is Jameis backup still in New York?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's nice.
That is that's a little cozy there.
That has to like count for something.
Yeah. It's like there's a few of those backups, right? It's like Flacco can get the ball to Chase if we really need. I mean, last year it was Brissett. Like, you want a Brissett level quarterback there. Jameis, he can do it.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
I wanted to be the lad guy this year, and I'm like slowly pumping the brakes a little bit. Like, I love the offense. I love the setup. I loved his rookie year. But it's just like every projection model that I look at with their like target tree is just like so wide.
Exactly.
It's same as the Jags. Like, they're just like those target trees are just not condensed at all.
Yeah, that's like really kind of like my MO in terms of drafting receivers this season is just like, can you concentrate the target share? And I have a lot of concerns about Lad's target share for sure.
All right, Nez, you inspired me last draft. I'm going to continue to take Trey McBride here. 3-7, Trey McBride. Let's do it.
I think I'm going to go Breece Hall. I know he's out 2 to 3 weeks, but the season is in 4 weeks, so should be good to go with a little dip there. And I think Breece Hall total bell cow outcomes for him this season in terms of usage.
I just got 3 running backs that are all going to be projected as top 8 plays in week 1.
Yeah.
Let's hope week 1 lasts forever.
Well, Kyron's season will be interesting. He's like, I don't think he's a bad, like, obviously he's not a bad pick. And I think he's like a very safe pick. And if he doesn't get hurt, he's going to not bust. But I do think that like the ceiling is a little limited on him, but I think just the safety that he brings in an offense that should be just like nuts is definitely, makes him a good pick. He's not a fade, but okay.
Very thankful that I got the Garrett Wilson pick there.
You ready to see the new DeAndre Swift ADP? There you go.
Ooh,
there you go.
I like it.
I was very excited about that.
I'm going to grab my first wide receiver here, Tedoroya McMillan at pick 42.
Dude, if they're right about the offense and like, we talk about the Ben Johnson connection, like of like guys he's had in the past and stuff, like they clearly haven't moved on from Swift. He was totally fine with him being their lead guy last year kind of thing. Like if he does exactly what he did last year, like you're going to be happy with that price point. But if he does like 1,600 yards alongside that, or he does 4 more touchdowns because their offense is actually going burr, like he's basically Kyron in disguise with more job security.
Yeah. I agree with Garage here. He says, is the back end of the draft clearly the best? Access to 2 top RBs is hard to find at the front of the board. Now that we have Breece and Love sliding and McBride sliding, it's like, I think you want to be late, middle, and then like you look here, like I guess in this draft, getting London to come back to your Gibbs team is pretty sick, but then you're having to pull up wide receivers here. It's Rashee Rice, it's Ladd, Devontae Olave, I think are fine picks, but I don't know, man. I do like the middle and late right now, I think more.
I agree. And I think it's also just easier to build hero RB setups, and that sets up so much better on the right-hand side.
Right.
JMO there at the 4-5. No one's really, I don't think it's a big deal. And that's probably why no one's talking about it, but he's missed consecutive days with a shoulder injury.
Has he? I missed that.
Yeah. Nick Schlane over at NBC, he does some blurbs for the Lions, and he was keeping me up to date with that because he knows how much I adore JMO and the Lions. But yeah, he's been out. So they are talking about it as though it's no big deal. They said it's minor, so hopefully it is minor. But yeah, I don't love that, obviously. So hopefully we can get him back on the practice field soon, so I can stop caring about it. But his price hasn't fallen. But I was getting pretty crazy with my JMO shares for a minute, but I slowed down.
Let me win, Pete. Let me win.
I'll let you have DJ Moore. I'm gonna grab Tootin. The Tootin stuff, pick 55. It was funny. There was a lot of chatter this morning with LaKent Allen having an injury that's going to keep him out for a bit. And people were like reacting to it about, it was like Tootin going to get pushed up even more. But he falls 5 picks past ADP here, which I'll grab.
I'll go Trevion. The Trevion selection never feels good, but
it doesn't. But
I'm doing it.
Unless you're BBG.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like you probably want to be underweight, but you still don't want to full fade a guy who can break fantasy.
I know.
You're just paying for the contingent upside, ultimately, which is we do that with a lot of picks.
Yeah, it's just, he's definitely has the potential to just really sting the hardest. Like can someone say something nice about Trevion? Just one nice thing.
That's one nice.
That's all I ask. Just one blurb, but can't even get that.
Seems like a lot to ask
these days.
All right, John has 3 running backs, 2 wide receivers here. Little Seattle, good old Seattle boy here.
No, yeah, I guess I'm building a similar team to Nez, but I think I might stop at 4, maybe 5 with double overlapping 11s there. That didn't feel good at all. I probably should have just foregone ADP and taken one of the wide receivers, but I don't really love. I don't know. I wanted to be the take guy, and now I'm kind of like scared. Maybe I should have done the Hurts Saquon thing and just made a team level bet.
I was going to pull up Ramondre if Tate went, but I'm just going to grab Carnell Tate here, and we'll catch up on him. All those times I passed on him for Jordan Tyson, I now can grab him at pick 66, I guess.
I almost took Ramondre to do Ramondre and Trevion, but I don't know if that's broke or woke.
Interesting. I mean,
I think so.
I think so. You probably just want it a little cheaper. Like we might find a spot where you can do Brooks and Chuba, like something like that.
Yeah, back to back like that. Definitely. It's like, why even take Trevion?
Right.
If I'm going to do that, I didn't even think about not having Drake May up there for me. He went really early to Cormer there.
Can we do a random John sidebar for 1 second? Realistic price point that you should be paying for cell phone and internet per month.
Like you want to just know what I pay for mine?
Yeah, I'm just curious, like the US discrepancy versus here and whatever.
I guess mine's like a little trickier because it's like family plans number that I have in my head. You're talking about just yourself?
Well, it's kind of for the phone for me and internet and TV for the household.
My cell plan and my internet plan are separate, so
are mine.
Yeah,
right. But is it like 100 or is it like 200, 250? Is it like, what is it?
I haven't looked at the bill in forever.
Well, so mine
auto draws.
Mine is like 100 and I don't have like we don't have the cable because I have it through YouTube TV. So it's the that actually juices it pretty good.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm going to try to Mog. I mean, I'm just trying to draft the exact same team Nez did. I'm just taking Chris Godwin here.
Dude, Chris Godwin's a great pick right now. I'm glad that you showed me the light on Chris Godwin.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about him. You were like, where are the bullish
I haven't seen
Godwin reports?
And then you just shoved him right in my face. How you like them apples? So
I said, go look on the Pewter Report.
Yeah, and I follow Pewter Report. I'm a huge fan, so I can't believe that I didn't see it. I was just seeing what I wanted to see clearly in terms of the Igbuka bet that I wanted to be real so badly, but they said he didn't have turf toe. Now it's like he almost certainly has turf toe. He has like a little like flat platform, not like a boot, but he's wearing a shoe at practice that won't allow him to like flex his toe. But yeah, it's interesting.
Man, Chargers just lost their center. Fuck.
Is that real?
Wow. Yeah. Medical card is out for Chargers center Tyler. How do you pronounce this? Biadasz.
Close enough.
who went down after 49ers defensive tackle Sebastian Valdez fell on his left knee during an 11v11. They really are cursed, man.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just such a freak thing.
I thought John was trying to do like one of those memes where he's like, internet, $100, cell phone, $100, Jordan Tyson shares, $932. Someone help me budget this.
If I had a beautiful mind like yours, Pete, I would have done that, but I was just genuinely curious.
Do I have to find the bottom here for Tony Pollard? Come on, you fucks.
I'm not doing it.
What's the true Serum Tony Pollard ADP? I just took him at 90.
Good with it.
90.
Yeah.
All right. You don't get to, that's the new rule. No value hound noise when it's at true Serum ADP.
That's the new meta. Yeah. You're going to have to adjust unless you got to get the bash guess to hell no matter what, but
that's right.
Except Dan. Like who's got a better chance at breaking BBM, RJ Harvey or Tony Pollard?
Harvey.
Yeah. Like Blake Corum.
Harvey went ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Rico. Yeah. I mean, you probably just want him as a potential standalone as well.
Oh, yeah. I think my definitely Rico over Pollard for me.
I am. I'm trying not to overreact to this single preseason game for the Titans, but like every site has them as a bottom 2 offensive line. That doesn't do anything to make me feel better about the team. Cam Ward was so bad. It's like I was trying to make excuses for it, and try to make the bullish case for him this year, but yeah, I just wish he got off to a better start.
I'm gonna just try to get a little quarterback upside here. Did I snipe you?
Yeah, unreal.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good.
I was torn.
Get your upside. Get your upside.
I was torn between Purdy and Knicks, and my eyes just gravitated to Knicks.
I'm glad you got your upside, man. That's
Purdy's yours though.
I don't need Purdy. I need my Lions double stack right now.
Good, because I need Purdy with CMC.
Yeah, that would have been funny if we just sniped just back to back, just cascading effects in front. Yeah.
Okay, I'm workshopping a take here, and it's dovetails off of me listening to the tail end of your show yesterday, Nez. This is the take I've been workshopping is it's more important the players on your left and right, or like the players that quote unquote have position on you. It's more detrimental to your win rate than draft slot is.
Yes, 100%.
Wait, right? Say that again.
So it's like position in poker with like the button, and like how you are supposed to have like an expected loss rate in like the blinds because it's forced money. And then everything else as you move towards the button gets more profitable by position. Yeah. So I kind of think like draft slot in that same vein, but with people adjacent to you, not the actual like 101, 112, etc.
But you mean like the quality of drafter?
Yeah.
And are you're saying like the ability to stay within their lane, or if they pass on big ADP values that fall to you, stuff like that?
Right. So like the fact that the three of us are drafting like in tandem like this makes each of us incrementally less profitable. But like if I was in the 1 hole and Shady's in the 12, the closer Shady gets to me, the less profitable my draft is.
Gotcha.
So yesterday, Pete, perfect example. I had the 101 in a best ball mania. Hooray. You should be thrilled. You get Jahmyr Gibbs, one of the best projecting 101s we've had in years. Right next to me, though, is Lee 121503, and I mean, no value whatsoever to me. And because we're both building the same team. We're both starting with elite running backs. We both have the same needs every time that we're up on the clock, and he gets the better pick every single time. So he just crushed me. in that room, and it was he really just like bullied me. He had me in the corner like he was Muhammad Ali, just like going to work and totally mogged me in that draft. And that was it's especially in the corner, right, where like you have value that can fall, and like it's just a value suck.
The that I feel like that happened yesterday when Pat and I were doing the big dog draft. BP DFS grinder was in was in there using the sidekick, and it's just like whatever was the top kick for us, he was just vacuuming that up.
I think he's sitting in like every big dog right now.
Really?
Every time that I end up going in one, I swear he's in it.
Yeah, he's sitting in every like 555 as well before too.
It's crazy.
And then he's gonna take our shirts in baseball tonight too.
Easy Baker click for me there with Godwin past ADP. Troy wants Nez to get a fly swatter. I thought Nez was doing so. Nez has been giving me thumbs up during the draft. I thought he was just doing like a big clap of approval on one of the picks.
Sorry, I just caught up with the board. All right, we'll take a Jaden Higgins dip. Damn.
What were you looking for?
I think I was actually just confused.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I was drafting a different team, so it's okay. I'm living in like 3 different realities. When you're in this many slow drafts and doing this many drafts, you get your wires crossed, your timelines mixed up.
I've been pretty adamant with the slows to just do them in like isolated windows, like just 40 in a row, then wait 4 hours, 40 in a row, like three times a day, basically. Like when I wake up, before I go to bed, like that sort of thing.
Yeah, you gotta I made sure that my August calendar was super, super clear so I could do the amount of volume that I am doing, in a way that doesn't, get in the way of things, because it already does. What do you
got, Daddy?
Someone take Shakir. Why do I have to have the Pollard and Shakir falling knives?
Because I'm taking Jawan Johnson, man. So it's up to you.
Unreal.
I mean, Shakir's that's just a good pick.
I know. It's not fun.
No, it's not fun. Yeah, that's not one that you're excited about. But
on a team where I have Tate and Casey Concepcion, I need Shakir there.
Yeah, he's a nice backfill, a nice little chaperone to tack onto this team.
I did just look at I don't know if we mentioned this. We were doing probably not because it's new, but I did throw in the ETR ranks, and Tyrone Tracy, who Eggers just took at 142, ETR has ranked at 214. So good job, Whoa. Eggers.
Wow.
Tracy?
Yeah.
214 after the Najee signing and the blown pass protection.
Wow.
But Eggers, congratulations on your 6 picks at ADP value, brother.
I mean, speaking of ADP, like the
check the banner.
Nice.
Ready to go.
The Juwan Johnson one's like interesting now with the Jordan Tyson stuff, and then I didn't know about the shower narrative. I didn't realize that him and Shuck played like 1 year together, but I think it was just like a redshirt year for Shuck. But it's just crazy that they overlapped at all because he's been in the league for like 6 years. I think this is like Juwan Johnson's like 6th year.
I was gonna say, like, was Shuck like the like older upperclassman, like taking him under his wing, like showed him the ropes, and that's why they have such a strong connection. Shuck age joke.
Taking him around campus, the old guy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I didn't know that, but yeah, no, it's totally like a Tyson thing, and just I was taking Juwan before the Tyson injury too. So
before it was cool.
I'm such a hipster.
My team is so dependent on Cam Ward being good that I'm taking Cam Ward.
That's probably good. That's probably a good call.
Tate and Pollard. I mean, he has to pay off ADP 150 for this team to be anything.
Borat passes on Sam Darnold, so I will take that.
Brady Keenan did not go yet. We are in prime Keenan.
Can you guys keep it down?
I'm just engaging with the chat. Am I not allowed to engage with the YouTube members on my channel?
Don't put that on John's radar.
He's leaking
my alpha.
To be honest, I was thinking about it right there, but then I decided to do the tight end because when I looked to the right, these guys only had one each.
I mean, what a 24 hours for Nez, as CD says. So happy to have Keenan Allen and Najee burning my bags, and Nez is just like doing cartwheels over.
I mean, lest we forget, guys, in the self-contained 250 ship chasing league, with the last pick in the draft, Nez selected in Sharpie, or no, I think he actually did have a sticker, Najee Harris.
And if we did that draft again today, that's exactly where we would still go.
No, probably. But yeah. I also had Alvin Kamara on that team.
Yeah.
Had to. Simply had to.
Had to do it. Yeah, like Ryan Flournoy or Keenan Allen, like what are we doing?
God damn it, man. You're ruining my life.
Guy who earns targets at like a top 10 wide receiver rate on a team that doesn't have any wide receivers? No.
All right. I'm going to go Jalen McMillan here. Sorry, Pete.
It's all right. I'm more of a Ted Hurst guy myself.
I
mean, I was doing the mega bullish Jakobi Lane stuff earlier. Let's put our money where our mouth is.
There we go.
It definitely feels like a pretty fine selection there.
162.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you guys. This is sort of like random, but like in terms of these rookies, I'm specifically the rookies that I'm thinking about in this question would be like DeJon Stribling and Jakobi Lane. How many times this season do you think both of them score less than 4 underdog fantasy points?
Combined or each? Individually?
Each.
Okay, Lane scores less than 4 underdog points 8 times this year.
It's a decent amount, yeah.
Stribling scores less than 4 6 times this year. Yeah, 5 times. Yeah.
Yeah, because Stribling will probably have more targets and Lane will be a little bit more boom bust, probably, and relying on touchdowns.
Yeah. And like, 4 was just an arbitrary number, just because I don't want to say 0, but 4 is effectively 0.
Right. Yeah. It's like non-usable weeks effectively, but they're out there because when you say 4, it really paints a football picture that people don't think about right now when they're just watching highlight reel stuff and rose-colored glasses. It means you don't score a touchdown, which your team's only going to score 40 offensive touchdowns a year. So that makes sense. And then it's like you get 25 yards and 2 catches.
Yeah, like 2 for 37. Something like that.
Yeah, these are real PPR scoring.
Yeah.
For a wide receiver 3 who plays 65% of snaps, like that's what we're playing on showdown games.
Yeah, and of course it's best ball, so we're not really trying to factor that. That's not trying to drive our decisions based on how many times these guys are going to suck. But
right.
I guess the next question would be so it sounds like you guys think Stribling is less likely to hit 4 or less than Jakobi Lane, and I think that's a pretty interesting conversation, that one.
Yeah. Which is why you're having to pay more of a premium for Stribling, because I think there's a little bit more of a floor there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just in terms of the pass rate and draft capital, I think that's fair. But I do think Stribling is going to have a fair amount of non-usable games, and I'm just not so sure that that's I think at his price, I think he's absolutely peaked, and I'm not so sure that he should go over Debo, but I get it. I certainly think that we are a little over our skis on Stribling.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's still 5th in targets on the Niners, behind Kittle, behind CMC, behind Evans, and behind Debo, arguably.
Yeah, the nice thing I can say about Stribling juxtaposed to Lane is we're not just looking for wide receiver 2 red zone hunting output. He's inline blocking, right? and they like him as a blocker. So like that gets you on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take Gadsden. I wanted what's his nuts to come back, but money where mouth is. Gadsden had 690 yards as a rookie. Smart, rational coaching will find a way to put the ball in his hands at some point.
Yeah. All right. Nez gets his stack. I get my stack. Everybody's
there we go.
happy.
Finally. We can all play nice.
All right. Yeah, I have a 3-4-7-2 cooking. What are your guys' builds?
Right now, I'm at a 3-4-6-3. So this is another type of build that I really enjoy doing. I'm obviously done at quarterback. I am done at tight end. I'm not shy to do 4 tight ends. And then now I kind of have some optionality to go 3-5-7-3 or 3-4-8-3 with the way that my team started.
Yeah.
And your boy probably shutting it down at 4 running backs, but though I might have 1. 2 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 7 wide receivers, 3 tight ends. Probably done at tight end.
I will do a 4 quarterback build here if Bryce Young comes back to me. I think I'll do it.
Wait, hold on. Let me see your room. You have
Bo Nix, Baker Mayfield, Cam Ward.
Oh, brother.
I have Ted Arroyo.
Come on. As much as I would love to see this. Oh my God. It's like you and John.
Do it.
Ted Hurst came off the board. He was in my queue.
Oh, shit.
Come on, Borat. You have a chance to do the funniest thing ever.
I have 2 week 10 buys, Bo Nix and Baker. I can't just rely on Cam Ward.
You can't go to war for 1 week with Cam.
4 QB build. I believe my first 4 QB build of the year.
Let's get it.
Oh my God.
Sign up for the Pete kick.
Oh man.
The Pete kick, 4 tight end build with Bo Nix and Baker on it. Let's get it.
I'm gonna believe in Jeremy Bernard.
Believe in something. I think I want to take Vidal.
You have a Chargers thing going? I know you have Gadsden.
I got Gadsden.
Okay.
Oh no, Nez. You're not gonna like the latest underdog news report after our last draft.
Wait. What happened?
QJ lower body limped off practice field on Tuesday.
Yeah.
What the Chargers, like, is that the real substation over there? My God.
Yeah, they're playing on some sort of like ancient burial ground for sure. Because what the hell? Hey, at least I got Trey Harris on that team.
The dog's so cool.
You just I do like him.
The Pit Vipers.
Oh shit! We got. I got to scroll for somebody. Oh, this is a layup pick. Come on down. Fancy zeros, baby.
Oh, man. I'm going to do a fancy zero here, too.
I'm going to do a not so fancy zero here.
Why take 48 fantasy points from Calvin Ridley when you can have 0 from Ty Felton?
Wait, dude. Hambone Slappy mentioned they're doing a joint practice with the Niners today. Are the Chargers at the substation, dude?
No.
Unreal. Wow. Look at these. Okay, I want to just marvel at the last 3 picks that this trio just made. John grabs Ty Felton, Nez takes Najee Harris, and I select Darren Waller. I mean, just round of applause, fellas.
And on your 4 quarterback team, you take Darren Waller.
How many teams in BBM will have Bryce Young as part of a 4 QB build, double stacked with Ted Arroyo, McMillan, and Darren Waller?
I think I can confidently say none.
Don't dupe me, bros. Don't dupe me. Also, big shout out to Quid Pro Quo 3933. 10 gifted memberships. Very nice of you. If you guys receive one of these from Quid Pro, please let him know. Thank you. And you can join us for the bash tomorrow afternoon as well. You guys also need to be subscribed to the Badge Bros channel. I believe people were asking earlier in the chat, are you guys running anything today?
Baseball right after this. Just let me refill my cups and then probably rip 45 minutes on baseball.
Beautiful.
Had a fun one yesterday where we were talking about, or John was talking about, I was in the comments here and there, about getting off the chalk yesterday. How do we, what do we do? How do you play? Is it smart? And then the chalk destroyed yesterday, just absolutely demolished. And then A-Win swept the podium.
Yeah, on stream, the exact words were, if it's a chalk night, A-Win wins. Log off, and A-Win wins.
Many such cases these days. All right, let's do a quick recap of these crazy squads we just drafted, and then we'll let John get to the good stuff. Is that Membies only, John, or for the masses?
Yeah, Membies only today. Yeah, got to make good Membies for the people. Only.
Yeah, make sure you guys are YouTube members over there on the Badge Bros channel. I have it hyperlinked, I believe, in the description there, so you guys can click over there and become a member. You get access to a ton of members-only streams.
We'll also be doing football tomorrow after you're done the bash there with Dave. Dave's going to come on and talk about a new tool he's been working on.
Yeah, I saw that that hit the Twitter timeline. I quickly gave that a follow. Excited to have that in the mix. It immediately went on my priority list that I use for writing the newsletter and all that stuff.
Perfect. Yeah, awesome stuff. Excited to talk with him about that.
All right, here it is. The rare 4-4-7-3 build from your boy. Bo Nix, and Nez is going to tilt the Bo Nix snipe even more, knowing I ended up with Bryce Young as my fourth quarterback. Bo Nix, Baker Mayfield, Cam Ward, Bryce Young, James Cook, Devon Achane, Bashal Tutin, and Tony Pollard. Tedaroy McMillan, Carnell Tate, Chris Godwin, Casey Concepcion, Khalil Shakir, Jakobi Lane, and Pat Bryant. And then 3 tight ends, Trey McBride, Kate Otten. And yes, my first share of Darren Waller this year. What did you guys cook up?
I went with a 3-5-7-3. Shout out to Buck St. Thomas. He has the trademark on this build. If you do use it, you have to pay him royalties.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, I got yelled at yesterday. 3-5-7-3 with Jared Goff, Sam Darnold, and Aaron Rodgers all stacked up. Breece Hall, DeAndre Swift, Trevion Henderson, Jalen Warren, and Najee Harris. Wide receivers are Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Cortland Sutton, Jacoby Myers, Jaden Higgins, Jalen McMillions, and then Jeremy Bernard. Finished with Sam Laporta, Jawan Johnson, and A.J. Barner. I like this team.
I mean, yeah, good, strong, solid formation. The old 3-5-7-3, hard to go wrong. Exciting whites all stacked up. Like, yeah, it's just like a rock solid, mean projection, darling.
And what did you do?
I'm going to pretend that wasn't derogatory.
Yeah, it felt derogatory.
Hey, the True Serum's been hitting your boy today. A little woozy at the end of this. Got a little bit of the lean on 2-5-8-3 here. Purdy and Kyler. CMC, Barkley, Kyron, Price shut it down until the last round. Kamani Vidal, upside swing. Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, Jaden Reed, Jordan Addison, Deebo Samuel, Keenan Allen, Tank Dell, and then the fanciest zero of them all, Ty Felton, getting a little buzz. People don't want to know that that's the Jakobi Lane before Jakobi Lane in Ty Felton. And then Jake Ferg, Brenton Strange, and Oronde Gadsden, who everybody's so scared of, 690 yards in his rookie season. The people don't want to admit it. Nobody wants to say it out loud, but I fucking cooked.
You did. You did cook.
Man. Death taxes and just always feeling like you drafted a shipper. Actually, that's not true. There's definitely drafts that doesn't feel good, but you're normally on an island of just being like, yeah, man, I fucking crushed that. I will say I was just curious as I was naming this team. I scrolled back to the earliest team we drafted on stream. It was April 28th with Dank and some absolute monster CLV on this team. Jonathan Brooks at 137 back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Back in the day. Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, this team, it's fun. It has it's CMC Swift at 56, Ramondre at 80, Jonathan Brooks at 137. It has London, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Godwin, McMillan. It's a big Baker stack. Also a Jaden Daniels stack. Has Pitts at 104, Chig at 152, Kate Otten at 200. It's a pretty sick team.
Holy shit. That is nuts.
Yeah. If memory serves, Nez was vacationing for the Dank episode. So Yeah, it all adds up, Pete.
Yeah, no wonder you guys finally built a shipper.
I'm willing. John and I kind of talked about it, and we're willing to give you somewhere from 1 to 2 50%. Yeah, just a little. What's your beak?
I'll just be on from the looking glass. Just
yeah. Good stuff. Shout out to the chat. Thank you again to Quid Pro Quo for the gift. Actually, asterisk, shout out to everybody in the chat except Eggers. Have fun with that Tyrone Tracy at 142, brother. That's going to age like a fine wine. Tomorrow, I am doing a huge variety hour because I'm traveling Thursday, so I'm mashing up a bunch of shows. So we'll kick off at 10 a.m. Cups is going to go through some data with me. I'll do a solo draft. Jiri is coming on for a BBM draft around 11. Then we'll have Chris Harris randomizer, which a lot of people are excited about, as am I. And then we'll do a couple of bash drafts. So we'll have a mega stream tomorrow. Looking forward to that. And then tomorrow night, Pat and I joined by Ben Gretsch and Sean Siegel for an FFPC main event draft over on Ship Chasing.
Sweet. Good lineup.
Yeah, you are loaded this week.
What about you guys? You mentioned MLB today. Rest of the week, what do you guys got running?
Yeah, we got Dave tomorrow for football that may overlap with the tail end of Bash, but we'll see. And then probably a lot of just football and a little bit of multi-sport stuff on Thursday and Friday. Going to try and get some puck and basketball mixed in here at some point, probably Membies only, but we shall see. But a lot of football for us as well. Usual time slot, 2 p.m. Eastern.
I will. Is that one scheduled?
Not yet. I'll send it to you later.
Yeah, send it to me because I'll probably just be wrapping up around 2:15 or whatever. So I'll get the raid going for you guys over there. Awesome. If you guys want to join us in the Discord as well, Deposit Kingdom Discord, link in the show notes. We got all kinds of action going on in there. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next Tuesday. If you have any contests that you'd like us to check out or things to discuss, we're always open for suggestions. You can drop that in the comments. Otherwise, until next time, we'll see you guys.